Hi and welcome to CBN4's Primetime News Package for today. I'm your presenter, Arlian Christopher. Let's take a look at the top stories for today. The Dominica Freedom Party is gearing up to contest all 21 seats at the next general elections. And 15 primary schools received funding to improve reading standards on the island. Stay tuned for these and other stories when CBN4's Primetime News returns. We'll be right back. And welcome back. The Honorable Minister for Education, Peter Sejean, has said that it is imperative to empower our students with the capacity to improve their reading competencies, as a number of primary schools received funding to help develop a program to improve reading at early grades. The Maho Primary School, the Goodwill Primary School, the Newtown Primary School, Salisbury, Montjean, Keleblura Primary, Doudan Primary, Castlebruce, Wesley Primary, Paybush Primary, the Benz Primary, Penville Primary, Collyho, and the Baroness Patricia Scotland Primary School were all selected to receive EC $6,500 from a US $36,000 grant by USAID and the OECS Education Management Unit.
Reading, as we are well aware, is important because it develops the mind. And understanding the written word is one of the ways that the mind grows in its ability. And so teaching young children to read helps them develop their language skills, which is necessary for learning of all other subjects.
He said the implementation of the program to help improve reading standards is just another way that the Ministry of Education can provide support to the schools.
The projects, which will be developed over the next 2 days through what is being called the Innovative Lab Session, will have the potential to build enthusiasm for and competencies in reading. These primary schools were specifically selected having met the criteria that was required. It is our hope that with the successful implementation of this project, together with all the other initiatives towards literacy improvement, that there will be a marked improvement in the reading performance of students at all of these 15 schools.
The minister also affirmed that there are many benefits to implementing such a program at the early primary level, ensuring that children develop these important skills early and build solid foundations and develop their intellectual capacities. He further noted that through reading, children discover new things. And leader of the Dominica Freedom Party, Kent Vital, has announced that the executive of the party has been working hard to bring across a message of hope to the people of Dominica and to also prepare themselves to contest all 21 seats at the next general elections, which are constitutionally due in 2020. Vital said that beyond the executive, the Dominica Freedom Party has been working to build a team of capable people, honest people, people of integrity, professional people, and community-minded people.
We are heartened that the people of Dominica have been responding to us. We can tell this from the tremendous increasing feedback of support we have been getting on a daily basis from the people. We appreciate this feedback, and it fuels us to do even more. We are heartened by the many people who approach us and offer to work with us. Confidence in the Dominica Freedom Party has been growing tremendously.
I'm General Secretary of the Dominica Freedom Party, Ashton Rivera, said that the party has identified and are in serious discussions with persons who the party will work closely with in several constituencies across the island.
We have folks that we are working with in the Cottage constituency, the Grand Bay constituency, the Roseau Valley constituency, the Carib territory, or the Kalinabo territory, sorry. We have the Roseau South constituency, the St. Joseph constituency, the Lapland constituency, and Salisbury constituency that we have already identified persons, as I said, with whom we are in close contact with and engaged with in serious discussions.
He further stated that the Dominica Freedom Party prides itself on being a democratic organization and believes that the choice of candidates in every constituency will be up to the people of that constituency.
So whereas we have identified persons that we expect to work with, who we are talking to, who are interested in working with us in those constituencies, the decisions will be open to the people of the respective constituencies who will choose, who will make the ultimate decision as to who their choice of candidates will be.
Rivera also mentioned the names of some of the persons that are working alongside the party. They are Hendrik Spear from the Mahu constituency, Cedric Suku from the Roseau North constituency, and Jeff Bellot from the Soufriere constituency. The party leader, Kent Vital, represents the Roseau Central constituency. The Dominica Association of Persons with Disabilities are currently being represented at 1 international and 2 regional programs this month. Michael Riley, staff assistant, is participating in a 1-month training course on the promotion of social participation of persons with disabilities through sports under the JICA Knowledge Co-Creation Program. That training runs from July 1st up to the 29th in Japan. Meanwhile, Irma Raymond Joseph and Unika Esprit are participating in a blind women's cricket development training program for players and coaches in Barbados. The training runs from the 1st of July to the 15th. The program is organized by the West Indies Cricket Council for the Blind in conjunction with the Barbados Blind Cricket Association and the English Blind Cricket Association. Nathalie Murphy and Michael Murphy are also scheduled to leave the island to participate in a quadrennial meeting of the Caribbean Council for the Blind. We'll be right back with more news after the break. And welcome back. In more news, Gail Defoe, an organic farmer representing the Dominica Manufacturers Association at a Women and Youth Symposium, has stated if anyone is going to be successful in Dominica, especially in manufacturing and farming, they must produce quality. Defoe said one must produce quality as many persons are looking for what is healthy and natural.
Allows us to produce volume, so we must produce quality. So we base our products on quality. That's our reason. We have a niche market. And so when we look to produce our products, we look for the highest quality, and that's what we sell. We don't try to compete in producing how many tons of. What we make sure we produce is top quality. And top quality is organic. People are looking for what is healthy and what is natural and what is normal. We, however, found that it is not as expensive as we made, because we started buying organic fertilizers and found that that was not sustainable. They were too expensive, they were not available on time. So we went and we researched, and Dominica has available a large amount of natural fertilizers. So we actually use a plant which is very well researched, very well known worldwide. It can improve our plants maybe up to 30–40% better than the chemical fertilizers. It's also for the people who grow animals. It's animal feed. It will put 30% weight on your cattle. So what we've found is something that's sustainable, something that's available in our own environment. And when we use that, I actually sell far more tea because we produce our own fertilizers. So from the farm, let's call it farm to fork. So when I can tell people I know where my herbs are grown, I grow them, I package, I produce, we can get twice as much value for that than if we introduce something from outside.
Defoe further noted that not only does she make herbal teas, but also produces phytopharmaceuticals.
Phytopharmaceutical or plant pharmaceuticals, we produce them for pharmacies, for health food stores, for doctors' offices. That may be not very well widely known, but we go to Europe, we go to China. I just one of the few people who sell products to China.
She noted that the two recent natural disasters to hit the country were her biggest setbacks. In other news, Minister for Tourism and Culture, Senator Honorable Robert Tong, has said that the Ministry of Tourism has pushed to ensure that its budget for this year gets approved in Parliament. He further stated that all the tourism projects which are incomplete will be completed once the funds become available.
Upgrade facility, again, this had to be done, but one of the challenges was to get an EIA report. Again, you want to make sure you do things properly. I'm happy to say that we've received the report, and the next stage is to begin to get the contractors to go and remove the excess debris in the river, even including the upgrade, the rebuilding of the site where Pirates of the Caribbean was filmed, because that normally a lot of people want to go there because they can see that their bragging rights. The Geneva Development Estate, we weren't able to do much on that, but again, after the new budget, we'll do some more work. The cold souffle facility upgrade, I think 100% of that has been actually completed, and the reception area should be practically complete. We had planned to do work on the Woodford Hill Pan Lake, but again, Hurricane Maria had its own plans. The OPAC facility was impacted, but again, we did some work to get it back on stream. We had funds to help support the Girodel Flower Show, but again, I don't want to mention Hurricane Maria too much, but we know of the challenges. Community festivals, we had some funding to assist with community festivals because we want to make the festivals a lot stronger, so that when persons come to Dominica, they know that there's a calendar of events of different communities that you can go to, and when you go there, it'll be at a particular level for everybody to enjoy themselves.
The minister said that there were plans for installation signs and other stuff in the Kalinago territory, but with the devastation caused by Hurricane Maria, these plans have been halted. He named a number of other communities where works were scheduled, but these too will be brought further to the Parliament during this year's budget. Also in the news, the Dominica Olympic Committee joined the rest of the world on the weekend as it celebrated the 124th anniversary of the founding of the International Olympic Committee, the IOC, with the observance of Olympic Day. Dominica's Olympic Committee President, former international cricket umpire Billy Doctorow, presented the message of the IOC President Thomas Bach during the opening of the Olympic Day.
Remember the creation of the modern Olympic movement, but today is first and foremost about sport and the joy it brings to all of us. Sport is universal, and that is why Olympic Day is also a moment to remember that sport should be enjoyed everywhere and by everyone, girls and boys, men and women, young and old, regardless of ability. Sport is always about bringing people together. So I encourage each of you to engage in sport and spread the joy of doing sport. Encourage your family and motivate your friends to join in and make sport a part of their lives. Together, we can make a difference. By joining this Olympic Day celebration, you will play an important part to spread the Olympic spirit across the whole world. Thank you for everything that you do to promote sport in your community. Have a wonderful Olympic Day.
This year's event, like other years, saw participation from all ages gathered at the Lindo Park in Goodwill. Participants took part in the traditional run, walk, cycle movement activity along with the demonstration of sporting activities by various national sporting associations. And with that, we come to the end of today's Primetime News package. On behalf of the entire CBN4 team, I am Ali and Christopher saying thank you for watching and join us again next time.